I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be looks, confidence, and attracting women. Got an email here from a viewer. And he says, firstly, I did a video a while back called, I'm trying to think. Do looks really matter to women? And it's like, this video's got thousands of views over the past year that I've done it. And I got a shitload of confidence. And the funny thing is that when it's like, if you go there and you read it, it's like every guy that thinks he's ugly or unattractive just goes fucking bananas and makes all kinds of fucking comments saying, confidence doesn't matter, it's all about looks. You either have the looks or you don't. And this particular guy obviously read it and it irritated the fuck out of him, so he thought he needed to reach out to me. And so I'm gonna, once I go through his email, I'm gonna explain and clarify what I mean, because what I say in the video is that the most important thing to women, like if you get 100 women in a room, what's the most important thing that makes a guy attractive to you? 9 times out of 10, looks is usually going to be the second or third or maybe fourth thing on their list. It's usually confidence is the number one thing. Now, why is that? Masculine energy is about purpose, drive, mission, succeeding, accomplishing things in life, breaking through barriers. That's the hallmark of a man. Men who are successful with women go for what they want without fear. Now, it doesn't mean, I don't get every single girl that I go after. Some women I think are absolutely fucking stunning, and if I was the last guy on earth, they probably wouldn't date me. That's just the way it is. But I always presuppose when I meet a woman, I think they all want me. But then if I find out, because most of them are not, it's the best place to come from is assuming that they all want you until they communicate otherwise. And then you just simply walk away with the attitude of, hey, it's your fucking loss, and you really feel that way. So he says, I must respectfully disagree with your assertion that confidence, not looks, is what women mainly go for. He says, I'm sorry, but that's rubbish. If you don't pass the looks test with a woman, then it's game over, and all the confidence in the world will not save you. I agree with that, because here's the deal. I see this all the time in my videos. Is on a scale of 1 to 10, you have to be, in a woman's eyes, at least a 5 or better in order to be able to have a chance at seducing her. Now, if you're a 5, you're like just barely kind of holding on by your fingernails. That's when a woman looks at you and she'll say, if like one of her girlfriends says, what do you think about that guy Corey? She'd say, hey, he's kind of cute. I guess I'd go out with him. That'd be like on a scale of 1 to 10, that means that as far as my physical attractiveness to her, I'm a 5 in her book. And so I had to have a chance with that girl. Now, here's the thing. I could go up to a girl and she could look at me and say, wow, that guy's so fucking hot. And on a scale of 1 to 10, she would say physically, I'm a 10. But like when I was younger, because I think I'm a decent looking average guy, and when I was younger, I'd go up to women, and because I didn't have the confidence, it didn't matter that they were physically attracted to me, because when I was in my 20s, I was getting dates with women that were really attractive that I liked, but I only get like 1 or 2 dates, and I never got any further than that. And the reason I got rejected is because I lacked the confidence. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was saying so many things that was causing me to come off as needy. And so one thing I want to say about this is attraction is not a choice. In other words, you're either a 5 or better, or you're a 4 and below. And if you're a 4 or below, you ain't got a chance. That's just the bottom line. And so when you interact with a woman, all you really want to know is, are you in or are you out, honey? Without obviously saying it in that particular way. He says, let us examine what the word confidence actually means. And let me tell you, it's very simple. Confidence is a self-assured feeling free of self-doubt that you will achieve a positive outcome based on previous performance accomplishment. That's how I say constantly in all my videos, repetition is the mother of skill. Confidence is simply knowing how to do something that you know how to do and doing it really fucking well. He says this simply means that if you know that you've done it before, then you know that you can do it again. There's no other way around it. He says, I've approached women with bulletproof confidence and I still get rejected. Yet I have seen good-looking guys with no confidence still win the girl. Yeah, but the thing is that what you don't see is that the good-looking guy, I mean, because like growing up, I had like one of my friends. He's German. He had a sister. He had two sisters, fucking gorgeous sisters, and really great girls. I was friends with. I mean, we all lived together when we were in college. And this buddy of mine, he was a really good-looking guy, and he was always getting really beautiful girls. But here was the fucking problem. He'd get about a month, 2 months in, and because he was a little fucking pussy, and he didn't know how to be a man around women, he basically became submissive to the woman. And so what would always happen to him? A few months after dating, they would start jerking him around, canceling dates, blowing him off, then hooking up with other guys behind his back kind of thing. But he was able to skate by on his looks. The problem is that he was never able to maintain it. And that was the problem that I had, was that I would get dates with girls that I liked, but I'd get one or two and that was it. He'd get a little further because he was way better looking than me. He was way more charming. It's like everybody loved him. He's like the mayor. It's like everybody loved this particular guy. When you meet him, all the guys wanted to hang out and have beers with him. And all the chicks wanted to sleep with him. The problem was that after they got to know him and date him for a couple of weeks or a month or two, he'd get dumped, he'd get cheated on, and that was like constantly what was going on in his life. And unfortunately, this particular friend of mine, when we were in our late 20s, early 30s, he settled. He married a girl that he really liked, but he wasn't in love with. And so he always kind of had the upper hand. And so he was never as into her as he was with some of the other women that he dated that he got jerked around and cheated on by. And so he settled. And they have a son. But the thing is he's like, I look at his eyes, he's just fucking miserable. He's got these dark circles under his eyes. It's like the life has just been fucking totally sucked out of him. And so what he ended up basically doing was, because he was unable to maintain a healthy relationship with a girl that he really loved, he basically married a girl that he really liked a lot. In essence, what I did in my first marriage that I wrote about in my book, and a lot of people do that. They just say, you know what, this is easy, this is safe, I won't get hurt in a relationship like that, but you won't have any passion either. And that's part of the problem. It's like he broke up with this girl several times because he just wasn't into her. And it's like, and then a year or two later, it's like, dude, what are you marrying this girl? He's like, well, he's not happy, and he's making himself miserable, and it's just so fucking sad that this great guy has done that. But so for the most part, there's what you said here, I can't disagree with, because this is what I teach. And I think you're probably locking into a little facet of what I said, but here's the important thing you got to understand about confidence and looks. Good looks will get you in the door, but a lack of confidence will cause a girl to cause you to kick you in the ass and kick you right out back through the door. But if you walk up to a girl and you're just average looking dude, and you're a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10, you can cause her to fall in love over the course of several weeks and months of dating her properly, where literally, because she falls in love with you, her interest, like on a scale of 0 to 100%, starts out, say, 50%. Once you get it up to in the 90% range, that's when she starts to fall in love with you, and then she'll perceive you as way more handsome than she did. In essence, you become more handsome over time the longer you date her, because she's falling emotionally in love with you. But like I said, you are right. Attraction's not a choice. You got to be at least a 5 or better. Now, a girl that perceives you as a 5 versus a girl that perceives you as an 8, if you go out with a girl one night with a girl that thinks you're a 5, and the next night you go out with a girl that thinks you're an 8 or a 9, there's a huge difference in how that girl, both those women, will treat you when you're on the dates. The woman that thinks of you as a 5, you're going to have to work a lot harder to keep the conversation going, and you're going to have to do a lot more of the effort. And it's going to take several weeks usually before she starts to act like the woman who saw you as like an 8 or a 9 did on the first night. And so it just takes longer to get that woman to that point. But like I said, the most important thing in order to not only to have attraction, because you can be a really good looking guy and walk up to a girl and have no confidence, be totally insecure, totally, like I'll give you an example. Like I met a girl several years ago, fucking God, she was fucking breathtakingly beautiful. Great fucking body, beautiful skin, dark hair, dark eyes. And it's like right as I started talking to her, she was so insecure about herself. You're going to call me, right? And it's like she kept asking me that. And she's like, well, I hope you like me. And I was like, I think you're beautiful. And it's like, well, hopefully when you go out with me, you'll still like me. And it's like all of her girlfriends are around and going, oh, don't blow it, don't blow it. And they're saying stuff like this to her. And so I ended up going out on one date, and it's just, God, the girl was so unsure of herself. She was so insecure, and she basically thought she was a steaming pile of dog dung. And eventually, it's like I got tired of it. I'm not interested in being her shrink and helping her build her self-esteem. I want a woman who's already got it. And that's how women look at us guys as well. Is like, they want a guy who gets it. They don't want to fix you. They don't want to make you confident. They don't want to make you into what they want. It's like you either got it or you don't. And like I said, when I was in my 20s, I screwed up so many times with women that I liked and I had a chance with, just because I lacked confidence. I didn't know how to interact with women in a way that not only created attraction, but caused attraction with women I had a chance with to grow to the point where they fell in love with me. So if you have a question you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max. And just give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet. But be patient, I will get back to you. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, on my website, underneath the email sign-up box, is a box that has a link that'll take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device, just download one of their free e-reader apps, whatever device you want to read my book on. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in this video newsletter, or the articles on my website, or my ebook, you can show your appreciation right now by going to my website, and on the Weebly toolbar at the bottom of your screen, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.